In our country, you may find a lot of different places full of animal and plant diversity. Even though many of them are not taken into consideration by society or the government, there are much more that are taken care of and are really appreciated. Among these places, you may find Cañón de Nacapule and Estero del Soldado. With their more than 100 species and plants and animal diversity, they are two of the most life-varied places in our country. In Estero del Soldado, there are 115 migratory bird species at a certain moment of the year, and this is one of the reasons it is a protected area. You may also find spiders and other insects characteristics of that area. One of the species that usually represents the place is the Gila monster. It is known that this animal secretes a dangerous enzyme, although this same enzyme may be used to help people with diabetes, using the enzyme in a process involving insulin. In Estero del Soldado are also different types of manglers, which are classified in black, red, and white manglers. The black mangler has dark roots and light green leaves. The red mangler has kind of reddish roots and strong green leaves. The white mangler has its stems and roots with a light clear color. This last type of mangler may cause trouble to the people who are traveling in kayak, because they only grow in water and its roots may get boats to stuck in them. To understand much better the topic or to learn more on manglers, you may take a kayak trip in the water or take a guided trip through the vegetational zone of the area. While on the kayak trip, you must never get past the leader, for he is the one marking the way all the tourists should follow, and you could be lost very easily if you are in front of him. Also, you must never take the life jacket off until you're outside of the water again. While on the guided trip through the vegetational zone, you must not gather any rock, insect, seed, or anything you find as a souvenir. Just removing a single thing from the system may cause a greater harm to the place. Cañón de Nacapule got its name for the tree that is found there and only there from all over the world. Some natives that lived there named the tree that way. It is an endemic tree that is known for its gray stems and roots, and by having its roots above the ground. This last fact is because in this region there is a really low amount of water. The roots grow looking for ponds or upper water deposits from the latest precipitation, and this causes them to grow above the ground. At Cañón de Nacapule, there are also some palm trees of a huge size which the natives called the protective spirits of the canyon. These palm trees are also an endemic species. A perfect way of appreciating this landscape is by seeing it from a great height, and what a better way to do it but by throwing yourself from one end of the canyon to the other with a rope. Cañón de Nacapule counts with a large seep as an attraction for tourists who are not only looking to learn something but also to have fun. While on the seep, you need to get both of your hands in the security rope attached to it and have both feet up at all the moment, especially when arriving at the other end of the seep. If your feet are not at the right height, you may collide against the wooden plank at the other end and bounce back. You may not want to stay stuck at the middle of a large rope at an enormous height. In conclusion, Cañón de Nacapule and Estero del Soldado are two amazing places that must be taken care of if we want them to still be fun to us in the future. Without diversity in plants and animals, these places would not only look unattractive to people or tourism, but may also have negative effects in our ecosystems. Many more places like these ones are as beautiful or more than these ones and are not being taken into consideration by people or even the government. People need to have more consciousness on this topic to help protect these beautiful places all over our country.